Oh, I'm on. Hi. This is Anna with One Block Quilting, not coming to you live. This is pre-recorded, but not edited. This is our real personalities. This is the real us. And I think that's really important for you to know because we're real people. So we are doing a quilt talk today with Vicky and Michelle. Vicky, do you want to tell us about the quilt?
So, Michelle made this beautiful pattern. She's going to talk to us about the pattern in just a minute. But she had me test it, which I've never been a pattern tester before. So that was really fun. And her instructions were perfect. In fact, I learned a new skill. So I could never figure out how to get these corners right. And she explained how to stop partway there and then put this block on and then sew it together. So I was just like, oh, that's how you do that part. So I learned something new, even just quilting with her pattern. So it's a beautiful pattern. I love how it turned out. I don't know if you can see it laying down, but it's just such a fun pattern. I love how it turned out, and I'm actually going to make another one because I love it so much. I'm going to make a lap quilt for me. I've been trying to figure out what pattern and what colors to do for 4 years now for a quilt for myself, and I think I'm going to use this pattern to do it. So and then Anna did the quilting, so she'll talk about that when we get over to her, but it's just a baby size quilt and I loved doing it. It was so fun. So thank you, Michelle.
Michelle,
So
pretty.
Do you want to tell us about your process? Because the process, I don't have the mind to figure this out, but I can figure out the quilting. So your mind works differently than my mind does. So your process, how did you decide to do this? And did you come up with the colors or did Vicky choose these colors?
I chose these.
It's all Vicky,
colors.
huh?
No,
wow.
she chose
Okay.
the pattern.
So this is my first quilt pattern. I've been quilting for about a year, and I just made up this pattern. Originally it was a Halloween quilt, and so I just posted on Instagram, cool, whatever. I designed it in Electric Quilt 8, which is such fun software, and as I posted it, people asked if I was going to release the pattern, and I was like, wait, what? Had a mini heart attack, and I was like, I wonder if I could do this. And so after quite a bit of math, and math hurts my brain. I don't know if it hurts yours, but this math is really tough. And so I designed the quilt pattern, and a few weeks later, we've got this pattern out to testers. That I have the most amazing testers. Vicky, it's so fun to see all of this all together, and to talk about how I named the quilt. Naming a quilt is kind of stressful, and I have a great aunt who actually gifted me this beautiful avocado green sewing machine from the 60s. It's beautiful, and she didn't have any kids of her own, and I thought, what kind of tribute could I give to her? And so I decided to name it the Lillian Star Quilt after my great aunt Lillian. So it's just been such a fun process, and I can't believe there's a quilt scene in front of me with my pattern. It's all quilted and beautiful. But it's been so fun.
I've been following you on Instagram, and the other quilts that are coming in this pattern, I'm like, wow, they're great.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have coming out in the future. Is there a new one coming?
Yeah, I've got 4 other patterns that will be released in the next.
Did I see a big block?
Oh, that one's somebody else's pattern that I just love.
Oh, okay.
She is an amazing designer. She's fantastic. But I post a lot of Sharon Holland's quilts are fantastic.
Okay.
And that's what that is. So
all right.
Phoenix quilt, but yeah, she's actually one of my quilty idols. So she'll be fine with me mentioning her name. So I love her.
So tell us about Instagram, what your business name is.
The business name is Compass and Wildflower Studio.
And why did you come up with that?
me and my husband, we're just little outdoorsy people, and he keeps things nice and reasonable, logical, like a compass, and directional. And sometimes I'm just a little wildflower, and so it's just kind of nice to see those meld together, and our little creative personalities. We have some good synergy going on with our craftiness. So that's where the name came from.
Okay. And Vicky, it came together easy?
It was so easy. Yeah, and it came together really quick. It was really fast.
Okay, I want to talk to Vicky for just a few minutes about being creative and the difference that has made in your life. When Vicky started quilting, she called me and she goes, yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm not doing this. I'm not a random person. Everything, okay, this is not random at all. But
Yes.
Tell us about your journey into quilting.
So I had arthritis and I ended up having surgery for it. And so I used to crochet around receiving blankets for all of my grandkids, and I couldn't really hold on to it anymore and quilt. Crochet, it just hurt. And so I thought, well, maybe I could try quilting. And I was at a quilt store and there was a pattern hanging up. It was like $2. And it said it needed a jelly roll. I didn't even know what those were. So I bought a jelly roll and
that
a pattern.
Donut you buy?
Yeah, it looks like a donut. And so I took it home and I was trying to put it all together, and I called Anna and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do random. Like, there's so many different patterns and I don't know how to put it all together. And she's like, just close your eyes and put it together. It doesn't matter. It's random. And my first quilt was that quilt, and I didn't even cut off the selvages. So you can actually see the selvages in the quilt because I didn't know you had to cut those off. So I've come a long way in 4 years. But it's been super therapeutic for me being creative. When I was a kid, I always had to color inside the lines, and I always had to color exactly the color that it should be, not any color. And so I always had a hard time with random, and I've gotten to where I can do random now and I'm okay with it. It still sometimes has kind of a pattern to it, but I'm getting better at random.
Okay, I have to show my latest random quilt.
Okay.
Because she's talking about random.
Yeah.
Okay, so will be showing up on this way or that way. It's a 4-patch, and then I did disappearing 4 patches in 2 different ways. And this is random.
Yes, that's very random.
Not so random.
But still both beautiful.
So
Yeah.
There's my random. This is random.
It's very random.
Yeah,
It's
and
gorgeous.
they both look okay.
Yeah.
Hope you could hear me on that one.
Yeah. So anyway, quilting, I can tell when I haven't quilted enough, because I just get anxious and stressed, and this just calms my soul to quilt. So that's why I do it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. What is your Instagram?
So the Instagram is Compass and Wildflower.
Are you on Facebook?
I am, but things aren't quite, we're still kind of in development of the website and the Facebook page. So that is the next thing on my list. I have this to-do list over the next 3 weeks before the pattern releases that, yes, I will get it done.
Okay, so you'll let me know when that is up so I can send people your way.
I sure will.
All right, great, thanks. This is a new quilting pattern that I just purchased this year. I can't even remember what it's called, but it is under my favorites on quilting, under my quilting tab on oneblockquilting.com. Hey, you guys, thanks for joining us today, and we will let you know when our next Quilt Talk is going to be. Bye.